music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This, as y'all can see from the title, T.S. Madison's YouTube page, baby, is gone. She had her page canceled. But first things first, tonight's lipstick, isn't it a beautiful color? Kat Von D, of course. The color is called, ignore my nails. The color is called Exorcism. I like it. I do. I like it. I like it a lot. And you know you can get it from Sephora. So yeah, I was on Instagram earlier today. And I'm scrolling through my little Instagram or whatever, and I see T.S. Madison posted, to follow her Instagram. I mean, her new YouTube. So I went to the post, and sure enough, she said that her old page was removed. YouTube deleted it. And she wanted her fans to follow her new page. She, of course, gives a link on her Instagram. I also put the link in the description box below for any of you who follow T.S. Madison, who may not know, who may have been looking for her page and like, where is it? What's going on here? So, yeah, her page got deleted. In her comment section, she admitted, yes, it was deleted. She admitted that she was upset about it, how she's going to have to start all over, basically. I think when I first went on there earlier today, I think she only had like 200 subscribers on there. But again, that was at like noon or whatever time it was. Right now she's at 2,100. So, she does have a new, you guys can see that. Can you? No. So that's the new page that she has. So, it's very, very unfortunate. Anybody who's on YouTube know how hard it is to build up your following, how hard it is to get your numbers where they're supposed to be, for you to get your channel monetized. So to have someone snatch your page away, it's kind of, it's real fucked up. It's a good thing, as she said, that, YouTube is not her only stream of income. But if it was, that would be real messed up. So people asked her, do she know what happened? She did imply that AT-Alien Michelle Brown has something to do with it. She did not really mention Kaya at all, because I don't think, you know what? I honestly do not think that Kaya cares about T.S. Madison anymore. I don't. And I mean that in the aspect of, I don't think she cared enough to go and try to get her page taken away. This do seem more like something that AT-Alien would have done, simply because currently there's more issues between AT-Alien and TS than there is between TS and Kaya. She just said she's going to rebuild her YouTube page. Basically, she has to get all, she does still have all of her old videos saved, and that's something else. Like me on my YouTube stuff, I don't save my videos. So like, God forbid, if my YouTube goes away, all of my old content is gone, because I just don't have the time to save each video on an external hard drive. I need to start doing that though. But yeah, so we'll probably have these more than likely. People kept complaining. I do believe if you complain enough about someone's channel, and if YouTube goes to it and see that it breaks any of their guidelines or any of their rules, it's up to them to remove the page. I think the issue could have been because of the whole court situation, the whole thing between her and Kaya. It was a lot of mess that went on, and it could have been because that page was mainly for the Supreme Court, and it's tied up into all the messiness of it all. YouTube just took it away. But the thing about it is, someone had to have made a big enough stink about it to do that, and I do believe that AT-Alien had something to do with it. She went live a couple days because, if I remember as well, AT-Alien had 2 pages on YouTube. She had 2 YouTube pages. One of her pages, where she was consistently going live on, I think that one was called the AT-Alien page. it was AT Alien page, and she had a Michelle Brown page, and people kept complaining about the video that she was posting about TS, and those videos got flagged, and she was required to take all those videos down, and she can't go live on that page anymore, which is why she now only goes live from her Michelle Brown page, because her other page, she could not go live anymore. What happened with TS is completely different. They didn't just make it to where, TS can't go live anymore. The whole page is gone. Like if you look for that page, if you look for it, it's completely gone. So she had to make a whole new page. And, I just was on it like maybe 2 days ago, watching the thing with her and Tokyo from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So, it happened pretty quickly, honestly. And it's a terrifying thing when you on YouTube, like if you're a YouTuber and you go online to go to your page and like it says error, because it happens a lot, because sometimes YouTubers just upgrade and stuff, or this could be a system error just in general, and you're like, oh my god, what the hell happened? And sometimes it's just a glitch. In this particular instance, they deleted Mama's whole page. Now, I went and I saw a live that AT&T did, I think it was either yesterday or the day before yesterday, and I find it only funny because she went live saying certain things 2 days ago, and now TS page is gone. She was bringing up how, people are saying how she's always talking about TS, but she doesn't. How people say that she, I'm trying to find my little notes that I wrote. Yeah, she was saying how, I haven't wrote about that man, in a while, but she kind of contradicted herself, because she first said, and she kept calling him a man. Kept calling him a man, referring to TS, saying that TS does not deserve her respect. But so when I refer to TS in the man form, is because that's what AT Alien was saying. Because y'all know I call TS girl. Hey girl, because you have to respect people for what they want to be called. But again, she was saying how I haven't talked about that man, but but it's weird because she does. You do lives and you reference TS in one way or the other, in your own way, and we know that. So when she said, I was looking like, it's kind of crazy, and then it's like, you can count on one hand how many times I talked about that man, and I'm like, well, how many fingers is on your hand? Because I know for a main fact that I've seen many a videos that you did, about him, referencing him, and all that stuff, and you always, I'm so sorry, her, and it was kind of crazy. So to kind of come now to be like, where did I do that at? On your old page, mama. So I feel like sometimes AT Alien just need to say, yeah, I talked about her. I sure did, because that's what I do. I'm a social media commenter, and that's fine, but you can't throw a rock and hide your hands. She was also saying how, because I think it's her, AT Alien's overall channel volume of getting views, it was mainly about TS and about Kaya. That's what it was. She's now saying how I was trying to support Kaya because she's a woman too. And when I figured out, all this stuff that TS did and how she played her this and played her that, blah, 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 I went to go help her. That's all well and fine. But in the aspect of helping her, you made sure to also try to tear TS down. And y'all all tried to tear it. It was a mess all around. And I do watch TS, more than I watch. Well, I don't watch ATL stuff at all. I only go to look at her stuff if someone says, "Oh, look at this" or whatever, and I'm doing this whole thing. So you don't really hear much about it until AT Alien says something about TS. Then TS does say stuff back. For instance, TS had posted on her page the numbers from her last video, because AT Alien did her story on her straightfroma.com saying how Kaya rose from the ashes and she's oh so good, and she overcame the drama, but Timothy Henson and his declining viewership. So my thing is, I feel like AT Alien should be able to speak on Kaya and speak about Kaya's success, because Kaya has found success after the drama, but so has T.S. Madison. So my thing is, you should be able to speak on Kaya without referencing TS, and to say, well, they're a part of each other's history. That's true. But the muck of it, the bullshit of it has already been discussed. You've discussed what happened between TS and Kaya so much, you no longer need to mention that when you talk about how good she's doing now. Each story you write, you don't have to put it out when you make TS the bad guy, the villain. You know what I'm saying? I think Kaya and TS both did things wrong in the situation. They both probably did things they kind of regret. But at the end of the day, they both moved on. And the only time bullshit and muck comes up is when AT Alien says something. That's when it happens. And that's the sad part. So it's kind of crazy for, her doing her video 2 days ago and saying how, I don't talk about him. I don't speak on him. He don't like black women. No, he don't like natural women. You know what I'm saying? Because he is in a confused state. And just kind of speaking, negatively and rudely, but then saying, because he say my coochie stack, but he never smell my coochie, My thing is insults are insults. So my thing is, if that person is transgender and they're continuing to live their life as a woman, some transgenders don't get bottom half surgery, and it is what it is. So I feel like AT Alien is always throwing dirt on the fire. Not dirt, she's throwing gasoline on the fire. She really is. And you kind of see TS trying to ignore it sometimes, but at the same time, she also responds. I would have also posted my numbers, bitch. I really would have. If you post on your blog that my numbers are declining, I'm damn right gonna get up the following day and I'm gonna put my numbers where I had 100,000 views or whatever the viewership was. But it wasn't declining at all. And everybody knows sometimes you do a live show, you don't get that with people who have big platforms. You might not have all your views in the first 5-6 hours. Sometimes it do take 24 hours for all people to go view it, and your viewership be high as hell. So my thing is, AT Alien likes to take shots at TS and use the excuse of, I'm speaking on Kaya. And because I'm speaking on Kaya and they used to work together, I have to speak on TS Madison. You don't. You honestly don't. People can talk about how great Beyonce is now without bringing up how they put Latoya and Natalia out the group, how they put Fair out the group. You don't bring up all the old bad stuff because the person's made a name for themselves and now they're doing great on their own. But when AT Alien reports on Kaya, she always mentions TS. And I think that's the issue why TS do still talk shit and call her Gary Coleman. She calls her she built like a beanbag. But she also admits that she's built like a beanbag too. But she, they talk about each other. But I do feel like AT Alien has more of a habit of throwing a rock and hat in her hands and then saying, I don't know. And they got people calling and threatening me, and people in my messages, in my comments saying A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Everybody on social media has someone who comes at them in a negative way. It's the downside of being on social media. But I feel like she tries to play victim. And for me, it's weird to see her say, well, TS don't like natural women and Funky and even don't like black women. And she said, but people try to make it seem as if I'm trying to pit them against women. But you are. When you say things like they don't like real women, they don't like black women, you're saying that you're a real black woman, you can't support them in any way, shape, or form. But my thing is, some people don't agree with what you're doing either. That doesn't mean that they can't support you. People can support who they choose to support, but you can't throw the rock and hat to him on. You just can't do that. And I feel like because she had these couple of videos saying how she doesn't do this and doesn't do that, I do think she has something to do with it. You can't tell me no different. It is what it is. And I don't care about no AT Alien haters who gonna come on here telling me, oh, you fat bitch, you fat bitch, that, whatever. I'm a fat, glorious bitch, we're gonna leave it at that. So, basically, if you want to find TS Madison, her new channel again will be posted in the comment section, or go to the description box, or go to her Instagram. She does have the link in there as well to follow her page. I know a lot of people do follow TS, and it's fucked up that the page is gone. I'm hoping going forward that, I'm sure, because she said she will be live Monday, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna talk about it. And I feel like at this point she has the right to. And I'm pretty sure that's going to make AT Alien talk about it as well. What I do like is when AT Alien was going live with Kaya, they had went out to eat one day. Again, today I watched like 3 of her videos. It was one of her and Kaya going live. It was one of her live with herself. And then it was one with the Jonathan dude. We're all done within the past like 3 or 4 days. And Kaya kept saying how she just kind of wasn't trying to talk about it. Like, AT Alien kept like saying little stuff, bringing little stuff up, trying to make little jokes, and then Kaya kept just sidestepping like and that's why I say Kaya not really into it like that. I think when she's doing her roasting and gagging, she might say something in her little roast and gag the same way. I'll see how TS says stuff in her stuff too. I think when they working, they both say little stuff, but it ain't nothing major. I feel like ATL is the only one that, when it comes to getting YouTube clicks, let me post stuff. Like I think the one post she put up, it says something like, "Oh, Mr. T is upset about my gag post, whatever." She puts stuff to get clicks. She does. Cause think about this: if she wasn't talking about Kaya and TS, how many clicks would she get on on other stories? I really want her to leave the story alone, or just speak about Kaya, because clearly you and TS do not get along. And when you are a journalist, or when you're a person who works in the media, whatever, as she said she works in the media. When you and someone don't get along, you don't keep talking about them. When Hot 97 and the Breakfast Club people, they had beef, they don't really address each other on a regular basis. They know they don't be, you know what I'm saying? It's a thing. You leave it be. Wendy Williams, who she ain't cool with on her show, she kind of leaves certain stories alone. Sometime in media, when you know you and someone has an issue and got to went to court for it, you leave that whole part of it alone and you keep being your successful self. And I feel like A-Taylor ain't doing that, and I feel it's fucked up that, again, TS page got deleted. It's fucking gone, bruh. And she had like thousands and thousands of subscribers and views. And you know, nowadays when you new to YouTube, if your page wasn't already monetized, which I'm pretty sure it wasn't, because she only had like 200, because she don't have enough viewership on these little channels or whatever. So she gonna have to build her, because now you only get, well, she's at the 1,000 subscribers, but you have to have like 400,000 hours of, was it 400,000 hours or minutes? I think it was minutes, like 400,000 minutes worth of viewership to even get monetized. So she had to basically start brand new. So it's, it's fucked up. But put your comments below. I know I'm gonna hear people's smiles. I really don't care. It is what it is. If you are a TS supporter, go back to subscribe to her. Even if you're an ATLN supporter, tell my mom to, to focus on herself, to focus on Kaya and this big Kaya up. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to mention TS when you mention Kaya. You don't have to mention Kaya when you mention TS. They are two separate entities now. They both are doing their own things separately. They both were successful doing their own things separately because they both have their own separate fan base. And it works for them. I saw Kaya's live maybe 2 weeks ago, and it was great. You know what I'm saying? I still don't want her in them clubs. I still think the club's too much, but she's fixing it. She's changing things here and there. You know what I'm saying? She's doing different things with it, and it's great to see her blossom the same way as TS is taking her Queen Supreme Court to other levels. She's having guest hosts and doing different things. They are both growing in their own aspects. So you can't knock either one of them at this point, because they both made it through the bullshit, okay? And we just need ATL to keep fucking it up even more and trying to pick them against each other. Let them both be great in their own right. So other than that, I did not mean this to be that long. Other than that, this is Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.